Hey everyone, IFBB Pro, figure Ivana Ivusic here. So I've been getting a lot of questions, particularly about breakfast and lunch, and I'm just going to cover some basics. So some of you are already like, I know this, I do this, great. I want to reach out to the people that are continuously asking questions. Strictly, this is what I do, and this is what works for me. So I want to first start off with how my breakfast looks in the mornings. For a male, your breakfast calorie intake should be anywhere between 500 to 700 calories. For a female, I'm going to say anywhere from 300 to 500. So let's start off with breakfast. Typically, my breakfast is about 1 or 2 whole eggs with about a 1 cup of egg whites. And these are just basic eggs, basic egg whites. Moving on from eggs, I like to do oatmeal. I have oatmeal and eggs every single morning. Now people are like, oh my God, how do you not get sick of it? You've got to find little glitches, little things that work for you and that don't work for you. So as for me, every time I prepare my eggs, I know how I like them cooked. First of all, sea salt is the best way to go to season your food. And then I use some sugar-free barbecue sauce. This stuff is awesome. And I've actually used it for a very long time. It is also gluten-free. 2 carbs per serving is pretty great. So that's with eggs. Now moving on to oatmeal. Oatmeal is my favorite because there's so many things you could do with oatmeal. I actually recently started making my oatmeal and putting in some sugar-free Hershey's chocolate. And that's awesome. I love it. Some people like to just do sugar-free, Walden Farms, so whatever you prefer. But this is exactly what I do. Now there's mornings where I'm like, oh, I'm kind of sick of the chocolatey taste. I'm going to do something else. So I'll do 1 packet of Truvia. So that works for me. The areas that I see people struggle with is they're like, okay, I'm counting calories, Ivana, what do I do? Well, if you're counting calories, great. But a lot of people, as soon as they start counting calories, they're like, okay, I want to do as least amount of calories as possible for the day, which is, to me, is not the way to do things. So meaning when people do that, they skip breakfast and lunch. To me, breakfast and lunch are the 2 most important meals because that is when your body's the most active. When you're most active, you're working, whatever you may be doing, I guarantee 99% of people are most active between those times. So I like to have carbs for both my breakfast and my lunch. Now, if you don't want to do carbs both meals, do carbs in the morning and do protein and fats in the afternoon for your lunch. So another thing, some people might find silly, but people have a hard time with portion control. So for me, I like to use a 1/4 cup always measuring because it's small, but I know that instead of doing 1 scoop with a 1/2 cup, I could do 2 scoops. So to my mind, I'm like, great. It just kind of fuels my mind. So try that. If I'm doing breakfast right away in the morning, this is what it's looking like. Now, if I'm going to do cardio in the morning, I am really, really, really crazy particular about my supplements. So now again, this is the supplements that I use, that work for me, that I've seen my body change dramatically over time. Especially the whole entire Olympia prep, I swear on everyone, this was what really created my body. I never did an intra-workout, and the intra-workout was key for me. For fasted cardio, I will do Granite Supplements Fat Burner, and I will do 1 capsule. Anything new that you are trying, so if you choose to try this, please just take 1 in the morning, especially if you're doing it on an empty stomach. If I'm not doing this, I will actually even take the Speed Force pre-workout Fat Burner. And this is new by Granite Supplements, and it is honestly my new addiction. There's days I skip out on the Fat Burner and just do this. So whatever works for you. Typically, most times that I will do this and no Fat Burner is before training because I'm getting a pre-workout and a little bit of Fat Burner. But I'm not too fond of doing a Fat Burner right before training just because my goals are to grow more and I don't want to be trying to burn. It's just what I do, and then it works for me. Moving forward, I want to talk about the recovery factor. I like to do 1 scoop. So 1 scoop works great for me. If you're a male, you might want to do 2 or 3 scoops. It's totally up to you. But I will do 1 scoop, and I will go probably about 45 minutes or 30 minutes into my training, 45 minutes into my training. Depends when I ate right before training, but you want to have a blood flow going. You want to be in the zone, and then you go ahead and drink these carbs, and they're phenomenal. You always want to work your carbs around training because you want to actually be utilizing those carbs and burning those carbs. So please comment below, ask questions. If you want to hear more about dieting tips and tricks, there's just so many. I hope you enjoy this. If you have any questions, please message me and I will get back to you directly. Thank you.